Hello, Capricorn friends. I'm Annie Botticelli, and welcome to my Capricorn October 2024 Astrology Horoscope Forecast. I'm calling the theme of this month, of this time, Capricorn's Cosmic Upgrade. I have my moon and Venus in Cap, so whatever I talk about here is for me too. So I'm so excited to go through all the details about how the layers of astrological experiences at this month and beyond that are instigated now can really give us that cosmic upgrade. This is for you if Capricorn is your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or any other Capricorn placement you're listening for. What I'm going to talk about here is part of your astrological picture. And if you're a very late degree Capricorn friend, so birthdays like January 15th through the rest of the sign, or Capricorn degrees, 23 degrees through the rest of the sign, I suggest you additionally listen to my Aquarius report, as your very late degree friends will benefit from both readings. For the YouTube version, I will be working on the chart. And if you are a podcast listener, I'm putting the chart as the thumbnail picture so that you can look to see if you want to peek at some things that I'm talking about. So the first thing, and the thing of most note this month, is this massive amount of energy in Libra at the top of the chart. We've got transiting South Node, the Sun, Mercury, Astrea, Lilith, Juno, and on October 2nd, we have that 10-degree Libra solar eclipse. This eclipse is the second to last in a series of Aries-Libra eclipses that started in early 2023 and will go into the first half of 2025. So some things have been in motion with me versus we. Some things have been in motion with our home versus our work, our family versus our place out in the world. And those changes are going to continue as everything comes to a head at this point. October is going to definitely be one of the most intense months of the whole year, along with September. We are in eclipse season and profound change is afoot. Since we're having such a massive Libra party, and that's all hanging out in this 10th house of Capricorn for Capricorn, I want to go in very, very deep into what's happening here because there's a lot going on. And as you can see from looking at the chart, it is the dominating feature. And it will be full of opportunities. Whenever we have what's called a stellium, which is 3 or more placements in a sign in an area of the chart, then it's like a party. And all of those planets and placements, including this eclipse, which is here too, are like guests at a party. And the Libra party, it's a mental, intellectual gathering, meeting of the minds, mastermind party. And it's in the house of strategy, of goals, of your place out in the world, of your place of leadership and management. And each of these players or each of these participants in this party are bringing something to the equation, bringing something to the party, bringing something to the experience. First thing we need to know is that Libra placements make what's called a square with Capricorn placements. If you know about astrology or if you've listened to my work, you know that a square can be a point of conflict. This is nothing to fear. The fact that there's so many squares. Capricorn people are tough, right? I know sometimes we feel like we can't deal with absolutely any more because you're overburdened already. I get that. I totally get that. But this is the type of energy that can create breakthroughs. And breakthroughs may be exactly what you need. It takes a lot of energy to break out of a matrix. It takes a lot of pressure to make a diamond. And we are having our diamond selves polished at this time. So let's talk about the exciting opportunities for growth and change that may come through the lens of some challenges. But like I said, in general, Cap people, we greet challenges with an I can do it attitude, and you can do it. So whatever comes here, and sometimes a challenge is nothing bad. Sometimes a challenge is you've got an exciting project, but you have to do the work to pull it through. You're creating something great, but you have to go through the birthing process. That's what these squares can be. They can be just something as simple as that last push to get to a manifestation. And eclipse time is ripe with manifestation. So there are going to be invitations to confront and release outdated career ambitions or public roles that no longer serve you. Compliments of transiting South Node. Okay, so transiting South Node, first of all, big thing to note is that all this Libra energy, and then the Sun and Mercury will join Venus in Scorpio. All of the Scorpio and Libra energy are partnership energy. So this is a month, this is a time, this is a season where things are better together. Capricorn people tend to be pretty independent and can run things and don't always need, other people to do some of the things we do, but we are also usually in management positions. And we do require other people to do things in order for the vision to come alive. So this is a time when interacting with other people will be unavoidable. Coming to terms with any conflicts or adjusting them will be necessary, and people may rush in to support us with what we're trying to do. So this is what you're doing. We are releasing outdated career ambitions or public roles, things that we've been doing in our work sector. This is a very heavily employment related sector, but if you're not employed or you don't care to be employed or you're retired, this still works, because even if you're not making money, this energy is you out in the world. It's you as a leader, as a person being proactive. It's you with your passion projects. It's you in your relationship with your father or father figures or unresolved things there. So there's still a place for you, even if, obviously this energy will manifest regardless of whether you're employed or not, but there is a very big focus on your place out in the world. And so the square placement is definitely going to push you to step outside of the box and rethink your long-term goals. Okay, this is a chance to clear the slate and set yourself on a more fulfilling path. And that's what eclipses are about. They're about clearing out, and the South Node is related to the eclipse energy. So, we can see that relationship there. So the goal here is to have you be set on a path that's more fulfilling and more authentic, and that leads to career transformation, leads to transformation of, alignment with your true purpose. Sometimes our true purpose is not the same thing that we're doing for our job. And so this can be something too, if you're a person who doesn't have to work or who isn't interested in, that those aren't matters that you deal with. Your true purpose, your highest expression in this lifetime is what is wanting to come out here. And sometimes we can align that with our actual work in the world so that we make money for, and sometimes we don't. But either way, those two sectors are going to be very strongly focused. Something else that may come up here very strongly is karmic career shifts. Definitely expect the universe to push you towards a necessary course correction. Eclipses are very much about course correction, and this has to do with your professional life or having something to do with, like, why am I here? What is my purpose? So embracing the challenges, which is really the only option, is how you can turn them into opportunities. And they will be opportunities for growth, and they will pave the way to greater success and fulfillment in the future. So this could be just going to another level of the career that you're already in. It could be pushing into a different career, or it could be both. Okay, so the sun is also here at this party. So we're going to speak to what the sun is bringing. The sun is where you shine, and this energy of shining in your career or your place out in the world can happen now. So your career, your public image, this is energy of politicians, of famous people, of people that are well known also. So there may be something having to do with recognition happening for you. This is a transit where you have an opportunity to rise to the occasion. So there may be an opportunity that comes that you can show the world what you're really capable of. And sometimes we show the world what we're capable of through traveling, through adversity. So there may be challenges in your professional life, or there may be opportunities that you just have to work to push through. Sometimes you might feel like you're being tested, but again, overcoming, any of these challenges that come are going to build your confidence, they're going to build your authority, and they're going to set the stage for your not only success now, but your long-term success. Okay, so I've got a bunch of things I want to talk about with Mercury too. Mercury has to do with, in this placement, has to do with strategic communication. So this is going to enhance your ability to communicate effectively in general and in your work and in your place out in the world. The square to Capricorn is going to push you to refine that message even more and refine your approach. So this is a refining process. As I said before, this is a polishing process. This is a refining process. So there may be different language, different verbiage, different ways of communicating your point or coming across. And as you navigate any obstacles, which they might not only be obstacles, they may just be something that you're interested in doing, like joining Toastmasters so that you could become a better speaker, or just something that you're drawn to do or that you're forced by the universe to do, can definitely help you emerge as a more influential person, as a more influential communicator, as a more persuasive communicator, and can make a very significant impact on your professional life and all other aspects of your life. So you can see this theme of the cosmic upgrade. There are so many different layers to how this is happening. Something else that Mercury is bringing to the equation is problem solving, innovation. The square is going to drive you to think out of the box and develop innovative solutions. Maybe look at things through a lens that you haven't looked at before. This can also, your ability to overcome a problem that may have come up in your workplace or in your place out in the world can be something that positions you now and forever as a valuable asset in your field. So this is a huge opportunity. Then, while we're on the topic of Mercury, I just want to briefly also mention some aspects that are occurring and give you some dates. I am going to be giving you some dates throughout this report, but also remember, if you're a date hound and you really like to know the sweet and salty dates and all the different aspects that are my favorites and the ones to watch, definitely go to anniehelpsyou.com. I'll give you the link at the end of the video and podcast. It will be in the notes underneath the video and podcast. When you put your name and email address in there and you click receive, you get the welcome letter, and click on the archive link and search for October 2024 astrology, and that will get you to even more dates. Okay, but I'm going to give you a bunch, but I just wanted to tell you that while I'm thinking about it, because I know a lot of you are interested in that. Okay, so October 8th, Mercury is going to trine Jupiter. So all of this can be brought to new heights with the expansive Jupiter energy. And, obviously this is a trine is going to be in the same sign or same element rather. So this is air, this is intellectual, these are mental connections. October 21st and 22nd, when Mercury moves into Scorpio, which we'll talk more about later, but I just want to mention them now so I don't get, so I don't forget. Mercury will make a trine with Saturn and then a trine with Neptune. And this is happening in your third house of communication. So it's the communication planet. It's happening, in those houses, in that house. So there's even more opportunities to triumph over, any communication issues, or just bring your communication to just drastically new heights and be part of this cosmic upgrade. Our capacity to tune in and see what we need and communicate that to other people, or see what has to be done and communicate that to other people, is an incalculable asset to our success and our fulfillment. Okay, so back to this Libra party in the 10th house. Astraya transiting in this area can help you heal your professional life, can help you heal fears around being seen in any area of life. If you are someone in the alternative therapies, witch burning, memories or fears, like afraid of being known for your intuitive side, anything like that, you can definitely have these opportunities with Astraya to heal and restore balance in your career too. And of course, with the eclipse cycle, we're talking about, a balance point between home and work and career and your place out in the world and your inner world and your family. So there is that going on. There may be some sort of deep-seated issue in your professional life or in your self-esteem about being seen and being acknowledged that you have to get to. If you are an extremely talented person, you may or may not know this, but if you know it and you're wondering why everyone else hasn't figured it out yet, there may be something to heal here, and Astraya can help. This can also help you create a more stable and fulfilling career path. Okay, so stability can come that way. This Saturn trine can also help bring more stability. And there's also this energy of rebuilding. So you may have a chance to rebuild your professional foundation and add more integrity and strength into whatever you're working on. There is this energy of justice and fairness as well. So you may feel encouraged to stand up for what's right, even if it means confronting difficult power dynamics or unfair practices. You may be a voice for something like that, and the issues may have to be addressed head on to change, your work environment to be more positive. Lilith at the party. Always talking about relationships when we're in Libra. We've got, a lot of relationship healing and a lot of relationship opportunity here. A lot of authority figure healing can also be happening. If you had issues with how people used authority when you were younger, that could be imprinted into your experience of authority figures now. Or you could be that authority figure that may have fallen into some habits that are not things that you are most wanting to do for your highest expression in this lifetime. This can also have to do with empowerment within your public image. So, authenticity, things like that. Now, because of the square. There may be some resistance or criticism even, and this can be an opportunity to assert yourself and stand strongly in your truth. And you can redefine your public image, basically showing the world that you're not afraid to be your true self, and you may have to show yourself that too. There's also this potential with this energy of Lilith of breaking free from professional norms, and there may be something there, something there that has to be cracked through. This energy is very much a cracking through. So looking at traditional roles, looking at, that versus an unconventional path, there may be something unconventional in what wants to happen here for you. Then when we're looking at Juno really rules this energy of partnership, so there is a match there with all of this. But this can also have to do with commitment, okay? Commitment to career growth, commitment to the relationships that will help you get there, and committing to helping other people on their path. This could put you in a mentoring role. All of this energy can really put you in a mentoring role and help you to teach people how to be successful if you have been, or help you to be a mentee and find mentors that can help you to find that success. The square with Capricorn can definitely push you to reassess your dedication to your success and reassess your long-term goals. Now, on the topic of long-term goals, I want to take a brief move over here and talk about Jupiter. On October 9th, Jupiter is going to go retrograde until February 4th, 2025. So some of the long-term ambitions, long-term vision may take a back seat to the things that are right in front of you. There may be things to address right in front of you that you have to deal with before you can get back to what your long-term vision is. And this time now into February of next year can be a time where you're reassessing your long-term goals, and you may find that you've gotten off track, or that the person that you are now, doesn't want to align with the direction that you were going in. And Jupiter backtracking can help you with that. Now, on that topic, if there were certain things that were expanding very quickly, you may find that some things are going backwards with that expansion. So don't get nervous. Jupiter has not forsaken you. A lot of times Jupiter works in the backdrop, is working on a deeper level in order to help you have a stronger foundation to expand even further when it goes direct. So that will be happening. And then, of course, Mars is not retrograde yet. It's still moving direct, but it's entering the shadow period October 7th. So the energy of the first week of October is completely different than how it progresses for the rest of October. And that's a very important point. The energy of active web weaving, through September 12th, from September 12th through October 7th, and just going all over and trying to do as much as possible is happening. And then once Mars starts to go into its shadow period of retrograde, this is a time to start being more discerning with what you're doing. You may get lazy in certain areas or lose some ambitions, and that can be fine. The hard part about that is if you judge yourself or get mad at yourself or try to force things when they're not flowing, because that could bring the Mars frustration. So if you notice certain things are scaling down while certain things are scaling up, and you can trade, just kind of follow the flow. If you want to focus on one area but it's not flowing, but this other area is flowing, then choosing to go with the flow can make this much easier for you. Okay, so some other things that can come up, back to Juno here, can have to do with forming strategic partnerships and reevaluating strategic partnerships or alliances that had already been formed. There could be challenges that you have to get through in order to solidify those relationships, or those relationships could have tests. You can find that maybe you can find more supportive people now, or that you can create an environment of supportiveness, in your space. Now, last but not least, this big game changer. Now, all these things I talked about prior to this are very, very, very active and can affect your long-term for sure, but they're fast moving, so they will pass quickly. But this eclipse energy is not fast moving. It's a long-term theme that's focused on similar things that we've been talking about. It's definitely a career game changer. So solar eclipses generally signal powerful new beginnings, powerful new alliances with the Libra energy, powerful new chapters. This can shake up your career in a major, major way. The square to Capricorn can definitely bring challenges that push you to rethink your professional path. And they are definitely opportunities in disguise if they come up, because the embracing of the changes, the raw discussion of the topics could set you on a completely new, way more fulfilling trajectory that's going to align with your highest expression. And like I said, this could be within your same field or your same way of doing things, but it could be opening up a completely different path. And you may see signs of that. Just a quick summary of this energy before we move on to the Scorpio energy is that this combination of energies with the square aspects are a cosmic call to action. And they're definitely challenging you to uplevel not just your career and public life, but every aspect of your communication, of your relationships, and how you are in all aspects of your being. There are definitely powerful opportunities for growth and for transformation, and to activate your determination and your resilience, where you can overcome limitations, break free from old patterns, and achieve new levels of success and recognition than you ever imagined possible. This also can have purely to do with a parental figure. A lot of times historically this relates to a father figure, but it doesn't have to only relate to a father figure. So a strong parental figure can come in. All of this can be around healing that relationship, that primary relationship, and all these different layers of that. This can be about, supporting yourself in ways that maybe you weren't supported by people that raised you, and just redoing that energy and building a new way for yourself. Okay, so the Sun and Mercury will join Venus, and these energies will be in Scorpio, and these energies will move through your 11th house. So I want to go do a little deep dive here now into what this looks like, because as the month progresses, this is going to be happening. Now, first thing to note is that Scorpio energies make a much nicer aspect than these squares that we've been looking at. So that's a nice relief. So, as these energies progress, there's more of a feeling of ease, of things, speaking your language, literally, and, just more accord. Oh, also, by the way, we are still being influenced by that eclipse in Pisces that happened in September. And I'm not going to talk about that now, but I have to tell you that it is still influencing now, and it is part of the picture. So if you can, I'll put the playlist for YouTube at the end. I'll put the Capricorn playlist so you can find my September report and you can listen. Also, when you go to anniehelpsyou.com and you put your name and email address in there, the welcome letter will have an eclipse resource page, and you can learn lots of ways that these eclipses may be affecting you. Podcast listeners, you can just scroll through the past podcasts and you can find the Capricorn September 1. So it is a layer of what's happening here, and I just wanted to sprinkle that in just to know what's going on. All right, now let's talk about Venus. Venus, my grandma Marge, as I like to call her, because she reminds me so much of her. She would stick a meatball in my mouth, tell me how great I am, give me some money, kiss me on the face, take me into her house. It's all comfy. Venus has all of these wonderful pleasures. And whenever it moves through a sign, a house, it brings these potentials. And this is also making this 60-degree angle of opportunities. And when I talk about opportunities here, just a reminder, they're sweet opportunities, not the ones that opportunities come through the conflict or the pressure like those squares. So the first thing that we can see here is magnetic social connections. This is, Venus gives you makes you become a magnet. This is a sultry, persuasive type of energy in Scorpio. And the nice aspect can also enhance your ability to attract the right people in your life, whether it's friendship, networking, collaboration, romantic partnerships. It's definitely a time to build a powerful network, and this energy can help you to achieve your long-term goals and bring more joy in your life through this magnetism. This can also work to harmonize group dynamics, and this 11th house is very much about groups. So community settings, online, communities, any place where, sometimes it's hard to get along. The more people that are involved, the more you have to try to find common ground. But you might find that your diplomatic skills are heightened. Libra can also help with that. And all of this can help you. And Venus rules Libra, which is why there's an accord there. But you might find that your capacity to create harmony and mutual respect and accord in your social circles may be enhanced at this time. Now, as the sun moves into Scorpio and through this 11th house, there's this illumination of your dreams and aspirations. The 11th house is your big dreams. Now, as I said, Jupiter might put a little waning to that, but the sun is going to be highlighting it. So there may be some notable progress or notable insights, or just the awareness that in order to achieve the very big dream, got to focus on some things closer to you right now. And the nice aspect can definitely give you an opportunity to make significant progress towards these goals and align your ambitions with your true desires and do a reassessment. You know, the retrograde energies that are swirling, starting to swirl, and for Capricorn, Mars moving through Cancer, which it will be for a long time because it will move through, it'll get into Leo, then it will retrograde, we'll come back into Cancer. Mars is going to be in this house of Libra for a long period of time. So, you know, things having to do with relationships and reassessing relationships and reassessing of home and family and housing, that is going to be happening for sure. The sun can accentuate these topics like leadership in the group. So finding your place within a group, allowing you to guide other people more effectively, and to lend your creative skills to a greater cause. Altogether, this energy, actually, let me add Mercury in before I add that. So Mercury here can also help with strategy. This 10th house that is very full is all about strategy, and Mercury is about analysis. So we're looking at strategic networking and communication. And the nice aspect can help you to have more of an ability to convey your ideas clearly and persuasively. And it can be an excellent time to reach out to other people and share your vision and build these alliances that can propel you towards your goals. It can also bring a lot of innovative ideas for the future and help you to think outside the box and help you to articulate these ideas in a way that people can understand and support, making it easier to rally a group. This time can very much be about expanding your social influence, creating meaningful connections, supporting your long-term aspirations, while at the same time reassessing your long-term aspirations and harmonizing everything in your life. The last date I want to give you is October 17th. We've got the full moon at 24 degrees of Aries. Fullness, completion, fruition, drama coming to your house of home and family. So not only is Mars bringing focus to home and family and housing and real estate in your inner world, in your childhood psychology, but this full moon is in the days around the 17th. So look for something to become elucidated at that time, something to come out. This is a square, so this could be a pressure point. There could be something that has to be pushed through, or it could just be that you found your dream home and you're moving and you have to go through the pressure of moving. So, you know, just a reminder there about those squares. Sometimes it's not a conflict. It's just, wow, you've got to do this thing to birth into your next cosmic upgrade. Fullness, completion, fruition, drama also coming to the energy of Aries, which rules the first house, which can be your health, how people see you, your physical body. So definitely pay attention to any signs or symptoms that come up at that time. And guard your head, as Aries rules that area. Okay, so make sure you like, subscribe, and click the bell. As I've been told, if you don't click the bell, you won't receive my notifications. And if you enable notifications, it makes it even more likely that you're not going to miss anything that I post. And if you want early access to my public horoscopes, then go to anniehelpsyou.com. You will see this page. Scroll down there, put your name and email address in here, click receive. You'll get a welcome letter into your inbox. Sometimes it goes to spam. You can find it there and move it to your inbox. And there will be my eclipse resource page. There will be my zodiac health tips. You'll get my 28-day virtual coaching program. All of this for free. These are VIP perks. And at that archive link, you can search for October 2024 astrology to get my write-up of the sweet and salty dates. A lot of different dates that I didn't talk about in this report of aspects that you will really want to know and how you may see them manifest. Lots more goodies. I'm always finding out ways I can give extra perks to this community. You also get monthly mini astrology lessons. Now, if you're interested in learning astrology and you want something more structured and a system, I have that too. I've been an astrology teacher for decades, and I've helped many, many people get to where their passion of the stars helps them to earn money. So you can scroll down on that same page, click on Up Level, and you will see my Astrology Basics and Beyond course or my Become a Professional Astrologer Mastery Certification course. If you think I put a lot into my free offerings, you should see what I put into those courses. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next month.